So you've mastered the basics of home brewing, espresso, grind size, crema, they're old news. Now it's time to level up your home barista skills. This Level 2 glossary introduces you to intermediate and technical coffee terms that will make your brewing more intentional and your coffee even better. First up, channeling. This happens during espresso extraction when water finds paths of least resistance and flows unevenly through the coffee puck. It's often due to poor tamping or uneven grounds, leading to both under and over extraction in the same shot, messing with the taste and crema. Prevent it by distributing your grounds evenly and tamping consistently. Dose refers to the exact amount of ground coffee you use for one espresso shot, usually measured in grams. A common starting point for a double shot is 18 to 20 grams. Adjusting your dose directly impacts flavor intensity and extraction time, so dialing it in based on taste is key. Yield is the amount of liquid espresso that ends up in your cup, often measured in grams or milliliters. A common brew ratio example is 1 to 2, meaning a 20-gram dose should yield around 40 grams of espresso. Tracking your yield helps you maintain consistency and achieve a balanced brew. Brew ratio is the comparison between your coffee dose and your final beverage yield. For espresso, it's often expressed as 1 to 2 or 1 to 2.5 coffee to liquid, while for pour-over, it might be 1 to 15. Adjusting this ratio significantly changes the strength and mouthfeel of your coffee. Understanding brew ratios is vital for developing your own recipes. Total dissolved solids, or TDS, measures the total amount of coffee's soluble material that ends up in your cup. It's usually shown as a percentage and measured using a refractometer. While not essential for beginners, understanding TDS can help advanced home baristas fine-tune their extraction for optimal flavor clarity and balance. Extraction time is simply how long the hot water is in contact with your coffee grounds during brewing. For espresso, this generally falls between 25 and 30 seconds. Precisely timing your shots ensures you're neither under nor over-extracting your coffee, both of which can drastically alter the final taste. Pre-infusion is a low-pressure stage at the very beginning of espresso brewing. It allows the coffee puck to become evenly saturated with water before the full brewing pressure is applied. This technique helps reduce channeling and promotes a more uniform extraction, especially beneficial for fresh, finely ground beans. You already know that blooming releases gases from fresh coffee grounds. But at a more advanced level, you can adjust the bloom phase, both the time and the amount of water you use, to subtly manipulate flavor extraction. Longer bloom phases can often bring out more sweetness and body in your brew. Agitation refers to physically moving the coffee grounds during the brewing process. This can be done by stirring in a French press, swirling a pour-over, or shaking an AeroPress. Agitation increases the rate of extraction but needs to be controlled to avoid introducing bitterness. Finally, retention is simply the amount of leftover coffee grounds that remain inside your grinder after you've finished grinding. High retention can lead to inconsistent doses and even stale grinds affecting your next brew. Advanced home baristas often purge a small amount of coffee before each grinding session to maintain dose consistency. Stepping into advanced coffee terminology isn't about making things complicated, it's about making your brewing more intentional and giving you the language to understand and troubleshoot your process. As your home barista journey evolves, so will your coffee vocabulary, and that's a delicious part of the adventure. Chopchick.com